tries to make sense of this bizarre development, but nothing of what he's witnessed seems to fall into place.
Pay close heed to my every word.
KOA! Can I just say this? A side note that has nothing to do with anything, but now that your Snyder Cut is coming, now I got this thing that says, oh, now fans are petitioning for a 4-hour Revenge of the Sith cut. That's all we need. All these director's cuts now.
There's damn.
I'm sick of it.
Why would you need any
it's
more
not
money?
gonna make.
I mean, more. Go ahead.
Yeah, they don't.
I was gonna say, it's not gonna save the DC Comics movies. A Zack Snyder cut.
That's what I think too. But people,
okay, now you guys both take your fucking, fingers out of your ass or whatever. I don't know why I said that. I was gonna say just hear me out. I meant to say hear me out, but I said take your fingers out of your ass. Hear me out. I think that Henry Cavill being Superman for a couple more movies, I think that's cool because I really like him as Superman. So that was
not directed by Zack Snyder. I think he's fine. I think Zack Snyder is I feel bad. Hey, I feel bad for what happened to his daughter and everything like that. I just don't like his movies. I'm not a fan. I don't think he's made one movie.
Really? You didn't like?
I don't want to make more. I don't want to see extra footage of a movie that he already made. I think he stinks. I'm sorry.
All right. I know you think he stinks, but you didn't like 300.
Well, I think about it.
300 is a good movie.
I didn't see 300.
Oh. All
right.
So the way I look at it is that he's like Neil. What's the guy's name? The guy who did
Blomkamp, the
District
9. Yeah.
Yeah, that dude. That movie was great.
That movie was great.
Nothing else that dude has done is good.
Correct. Yeah, you're right. I tried to watch Chappie and I didn't like it. And I did like I think I said it like 3 times. I did like Watchmen too, like as a movie. I thought it was awesome. It was like really stylistic and stuff, but yeah. But it's like Zack Snyder, you know what you're gonna get.
That's all it was.
Like,
was stylistic.
But it was pretty. Besides changing the ending, it was pretty faithful to the comic in a cool way. I thought. But I think what you get with Zack Snyder is like the same thing you get with Michael Bay. Like you know what it's gonna look like. You know what I mean? I think it's like a. That's
not a compliment to any movie, like any filmmaker ever. Oh, it's kind of like Michael Bay. No, that's not a.
Well, I wasn't saying it was like a compliment, but like the studio knows what they're gonna get.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like stylistically, it's gonna look like that.
But just as I don't know, man. The problem became like it. Watchmen and 300 had stronger source material. This was like an original thing that was. Who the fuck wrote most of these garbage movies? Like, I know that.
That guy David Ayer has a lot to do with it. David Ayer, he wrote Man of Steel too, and then Joss and Whedon and Zack Snyder took passes at Justice League. There was a lot of rewrites when Joss Whedon came on. Yeah. So I
feel like Zack Snyder had his hands in the writing too.
That's kind of what I mean. I feel like somebody should have stopped Man of Steel ahead of the time, because the problem is that Man of Steel was so fucking flawed that to build any kind of world off of that was not a good idea.
I agree. It was a bad place to start, and then they just went like hyper speed through all of them. They didn't even go, okay, wait a minute, let's slow this down because we didn't do a great job there. They were like, quick, let's get all these other guys in here. It was just oof. Look, there are 9 writer credits on Justice League. 9 people wrote this movie.
I'll be real honest with you. Justice League was the only one that I like relatively enjoyed.
Thank you.
Like, and I'm just saying that because it was fun,
It's fun.
and that's
Yeah.
what it needed to be. It needed to be a fun fucking movie.
Yeah, at least it was fun.
Batman,
It was
Batman
better than
versus
the other one.
Superman is the most miserable fucking movie.
Yeah.
Dursin,
And
have you
then,
seen
and
Justice
so
League
is
yet?
Man of Steel.
Yeah, I saw Justice League finally because everyone told me to keep seeing it. But I honestly did not want to see it just
I
because
understand.
Batman Superman was so bad.
And we do get.
And
we
don't
get
get me wrong, I enjoyed Aquaman too, but
Aquaman, yeah, it was just like, but dumb in a dumb way, you know. But Wonder Woman
yeah, it
was
was
really
stupid.
good. Wonder Woman was really good. But to say that those are
No,
all a part of the same, they don't have the Marvel Cinematic like gel. There's nothing keeping them all together. They were trying to do that, and then they totally
no.
failed. You know what I mean? So it's like you
They
got some good
shouldn't
elements.
even try. You know, like
And
they
I know
shouldn't
you
even-
like Harley Quinn, Sam. That's a good movie too. That's in the universe of all that stuff.
I thought it, but again, it was like, it was,
Dumb.
it was as good as it could be.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad was such a fucking hot mess that it's like anything that they tried to do after that was like, well, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
They didn't
a
even have
shame.
Joker
Like I
in
feel
Harley Quinn.
bad.
You know,
Yeah.
No, they
well,
had a stand-in
a drawing.
and a drawing thing with a dick in his face.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, but I don't
If
really have any
I don't know if you
desire to-
think that like Rachel might be interested in like seeing like girls kind of kicking ass and like just like watching something super fun and actually seeing probably the worst Ian McGregor performance you've ever seen, him like really chewing up the scenery, like worse than Jack Nicholson, that's the movie for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You're
bad.
not really convincing me.
I'm just trying
well,
to
no, like I
I
like
like to throw bullet points at you and let you try to
I
process it yourself.
appreciate
Yeah.
Harley Quinn had, it had a plus for the characters themselves. So
Yeah,
like,
they were good.
like Black Mask was like it was okay, but like I really liked Black Canary. I really liked Montoya, and
Huntress.
I mean, Huntress was probably the lamest of all of them. Like she
She's
wasn't
alright, though.
particularly good.
And that
It
little
was
girl,
okay.
the Asian girl, is supposed to be like in the Birds of Prey. Cassandra Cain. Cassandra Cain is a Batgirl.
She becomes
like
a Batgirl.
She becomes a Batgirl, but this girl, I can't see her as a Batgirl ever. No way.
No,
Like Barbara Gordon
But-
should be Batgirl.
they did as good as they could do with like having to try to follow up Suicide Squad.
And well,
yeah,
they
there
also
was
had
no
to
way. They should have just
follow up
waited 10
Deadpool.
years for people to forget that Suicide Squad ever happened and then make another Harley Quinn movie.
I feel like the
Yeah.
Harley Quinn movie is more like a response to Deadpool than it's a response to Suicide Squad.
It is. It is DC's Deadpool for the movies. But the I don't know, Wonder Woman like it's a stronger contender, but it's still like, what a fucking lame villain.
Yeah,
The-
it
What?
does.
The
The
last
end
third was
really
bad.
just falls apart.
The
But she was
CGI
great.
like fucking muscular body with that guy.
I know, he was like, oh, this old dude. Like, why is the major villain old? And all they do is just shoot at each other.
All
Like,
balls,
like
yeah.
they don't do anything. Yeah,
But
it's
here,
just-
like, look
Like,
at the,
they should-
I like the actors
They should have
a lot.
turned him into like more of like a monster and like just had him voice it. Not they didn't need to put his fucking face on it.
I know.
And it was like, you know what I mean? Like it should have been like a disguise, not like, oh well, this is my normal face, but this is not my body.
Right. No, I guess he really was that old. Like, oh yeah, it was just, it was disappointing. And then in the end, I felt like it just went on forever. I'm just like, just kill this guy, get it over with.
Yeah. One thing about the Justice League though is like taken out of the separate movies and stuff. Like I do like all of the casting. I like all the actors. Like I like Ben Affleck as Batman. You know, like And I'm open to a new Batman. Like I'm open to Robert Pattinson or whatever. But like, man, Henry Cavill I think is a great Superman. Gal Gadot is a great Wonder Woman. Aquaman is Jason Momoa is Jason Momoa. He's not Aquaman, but he's cool
Right.
because he's like so extreme and like he's awesome.
Well,
he's like a funny dude.
it was
and
literally
he's a
like,
good
how do we
guy.
make people not make fun of Aquaman?
Right. You have to
Yeah,
make him a big
exactly.
tough guy.
The
I
toughest
have to
guy
say
ever.
this though, and maybe this is just this is the direction they went. I didn't like the Flash that much. I thought he was a little too weenie.
TV Flash is better.
Yeah.
TV Flash is way better. Like it's a TV Flash
Can we-
makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Can we also talk about how fucking impractical the Flash's power is in that movie? Every single time he moves, there's fucking giant bolts of lightning everywhere. How the fuck is he going to sneak around?
Well, he's moving faster than everybody, so
It's just so
Yeah.
fast. Yeah, right. I don't know.
yeah,
That's what I
without
mean, it's
having a Flash movie either to like describe how there is a reason for that, and like to have them explain the Speed Force, which is what they would do in the Flash movie. But they can't really top how they did it on. They did it pretty much comic book picture perfect in the TV show. Like so they did so well. They did time travel
Mhm.
stuff. They did a Flashpoint thing. They did a thing with his mom and him, who's the Flash that's trying to save him from his mom, but it was actually him from the future and stuff. Like they set up the first season of the Flash is just fucking amazing. It's just so good. Can't do better than that. And then they come up with a Flash and they put him on TV and on the movies, and it's like a completely different dude, different vibe, different attitude,
Yeah.
same name, same. It's still Barry Allen. They could have had the Justice League Flash be Wally West or something, just to be a different person.
Yeah.
But
They wanted their like Spider-Man, like, oh, the funny young guy that people can get into, just didn't.
Yeah, I
There's,
guess.
like,
I mean, like,
three
I
Flashes,
like
though.
that kid. I think he's
Yeah, he's cool.
He's fine, but I just don't think it worked for that role. Like, or even just the way they had him act. It just didn't, like, they could have had him just be a better superhero. I don't know.
He is the only comic relief in Justice League, pretty much, because like
I thought Aquaman was kind of the comic relief.
Oh
like,
no, I was gonna say I
Yeah.
feel like Jason Momoa carries that a little bit heavier.
right. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just in
I like
general
the
like
jokes.
I was like I'm a when it comes to comics I very much lean DC, like always have. Batman in particular, I feel like for whatever reason now it's become.
You made our logo look like a DC logo.
I did, yes,
It's awesome.
but I feel like now it's like for whatever reason cool to shit on the Nolan movies for whatever reason.
Oh man, wait a minute. Who's shitting on the Nolan movies? I love
Yeah,
those
that's
movies.
masterpiece shit.
Yeah, but after Dark Knight Rises came out, people were like, "Oh, well, fuck this shit," and it was like, and then like everybody's like, "Oh, fucking Batman versus Superman, what a fucking epic movie," and it's like this fucking sucks, guys. Like, I don't know.
That is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And I saw it with Clay. And he could attest to how
It wasn't
bad I
it wasn't the origin of what we say on the show, which is fidget and sigh, because that was
No.
kick-ass. We at the
Yeah, it
old
was-
Harvard Square movie theater on Church Street, that awesome movie theater. I love to go in
Yeah.
there, and you fidgeted inside all the way through that. But it was bad. It was really bad. Like if you and John are in the same place and you don't like something, there's, you
They
guys
could-
will get up and leave a movie, even if you're like there with friends that like drove from 3 hours away. You're like, I'll see you at the bar or something. That's how these guys are
I think we
together.
No, we sat through the whole movie.
No, but you guys feed off each other, like Colin Robinson a little bit,
Well,
like
that's true,
with the
yeah.
when you're like
Well, I'm sorry
negative
about
about something. No, it's fine. I still had a good time. Me and Stacy saw Mad Max Fury Road with you, and you were like, "This is fucking so stupid," and we were like giving each other high fives. So it's just you're getting an enthusiastic moviegoer when you're come to the movies with me. I'm all smiles.
That's true.
Hey man, I
That's
like
what they're
fun
all
movie
about.
movies. It's why I went and saw fucking what did I go see? I went and saw Hobbs and Shaw. I went.
Ah, I
Dursin
saw that
loves those,
opening
too.
weekend. I couldn't wait.
Those guys love that shit.
I mean, it's not a great movie, but it was fun to see. You sure?
Oh, I mean, I love Statham. Like, I'm
Yeah.
super like I want Statham to find his way into a superhero movie because I think he'd be
Yeah,
great.
why isn't he something?
Yeah. I don't know. He's too busy now. He's
He
Shaw.
actually
doesn't
like
need
came
to-
out. Well, he came out and said that he was never going to do a superhero movie.
Oh, maybe that's
Oh
what
my
I
God.
do want to see because
That's
I
It
like
was
the
like in an
comics.
interview. He was like, "No, I'm not going to."
Because I like the comics,
It's
I
probably
do
too-
actually want to see the Bloodshot movie. Like because I think they approach the source material like
It looked fun.
appropriately. It looks pretty cool, and I like Bloodshot. Like as a character, he's like not a household name by any means, but I've read like Bloodshot comics when like they were in the stack, like when I was a kid or whatever, and then like I read some a couple years ago and
Yeah.
they did like a big Valiant reboot, and it's pretty cool because he's almost like a T2 because he's made out of nanites, so you can like shoot him and then the nanites just build him right back. So it's like kind of awesome.
Well,
It
it's
looks
out
fun.
there, right? You could just get it on demand
Yeah.
for.
I mean, it looks fun.
you
Like
can just
Dursin, since you're not, I would say that none of us
Yeah.
really have a tight relationship with Bloodshot. But would you see that, Dursin, or would you just say that looks stupid?
Yeah, I'd
Or
see
like
it.
whatever.
No, I
Be-
would see it for the. I mean, knowing that it might very well be stupid.
Yeah. I mean,
But
even
I would
me,
go
who
see it.
I'm like
I mean,
probably be the.
I'm not going to go see it.
If things were normal, I would have probably like stayed late after work and like gone and seen that like on a Tuesday night, like at the movie theater by my work or something. Like I probably would have just been like, yeah, I'll check that out. You know, like whatever.
No, we were
Totally.
actually going to see it. Rachel loves Vin Diesel. She thinks he's a hilarious. Like, doesn't love him in a serious way, but she thinks Vin Diesel is just a riot. So yeah, we would have seen it. But
I mean,
There you go.
if you guys haven't watched Triple X, I highly recommend it.
oh yeah, Triple X. We love the Fast and Furious movies.
We
Like,
love those.
They're just so hilarious.
Oh, but Triple X is a different level of
yeah,
ridiculous.
I've never seen the whole. I've never seen the whole thing, but it's kind of it's just funny. Like I gotta watch it.
Stacy
Yeah,
got
that
me
might
into
be something worth revisiting.
Stacy got me into those Riddick
All right.
movies. Those are pretty cool. The Riddick movies, Chronicles of Riddick.
Oh. You
Yeah.
know.
You ever watch those? They're awesome. Like space, like
No, I never
Yeah.
did that.
yeah.
Pitch Black is the first one.
Yeah. That's when Vin Diesel was still just like sort of like indie movie director, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna make films," and now he just like, "I'm gonna
He
make
kind of make a
movies
pretty
where I
cool
drive cars."
Pitch Black and Chronicles of Riddick. They're actually pretty cool space sci-fi shit. I like it. It's like really good.
Well, he's a big Dungeons and Dragons nerd,
Oh boy.
There you go.
and he's the funny story is that like in Triple X, he has like a stomach tattoo like over his like abdomen, and it's actually the name of his Dungeons and Dragons character.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Well, I was
All right.
recording that whole
I'm
thing.
enjoying
That
this.
should be like a
Yeah,
bonus episode. I have all that on tape. I'll put that in the unreleased file. I'll save it. We'll put it
throw
up
it
someday.
up one day.
Yeah,
He's a
when we
little
when we're all on
freebie.
when we're all on
patrons.
vacations and patrons.
Yeah. But yeah, we should get into what we do in the shadows.
Well, he's a big Dungeons and Dragons nerd.
Oh boy.